Is still a huge source of the world's cocaine supply and site of one of the world's most vicious drug wars. Carl Penhall got an exclusive inside look at a drug gang and the carnage surrounding them. But we have to warn you, his report contains graphic images.
A father shakes his fist at heaven and asks why. That's his son in the coffin, blown away by a gang on the payroll of Colombian cocaine capos. 17-year-old Juan Guillermo Lora was at the school gate. A bullet in the head, another in the neck. His aunt says he wasn't part of any gang.
He wanted to be somebody in life and help his family progress. He wanted to study at university, become a great lawyer, and win justice.
A couple of cops who escort us into this hillside slum tell a different tale. They say Laura was from a bad family and his brother's doing a prison stretch for murder. Fallen gang fighter or innocent victim. His aunt blames his murder on turf wars that are once again gripping Medellin.
I guess he was killed because of the gang wars. You cannot go into certain places and cannot cross certain lines. They hit you where it hurts the most. They kill your family.
Many at the wake do appear to be gang members. Some are packing guns. Mourners hoist the casket. Then carry off their dead down narrow alleys. I head out across Medellin to try and figure out why drug violence is spiralling. High up here in the northeastern commune, there's a statue of the Virgin Mary of Carmen. Catholics believe she protects souls in purgatory. Maybe they should have put up an effigy of Cerberus, the hound that guards the gates of hell. Life here revolves around two things: guns and drugs.
Here it's the rules of the street. The rules don't change. They will always be the rules, here or anywhere else.
He's the gang leader. They call him Chief. My sources say he's made so many enemies he can't step outside his patch.
We're all human and we all get afraid. I'm afraid my life will end suddenly before I can do anything to get out of this war.
Everything comes to an end, chirp the lyrics of a salsa classic on the radio. But for now, there's work to be done. Gang members roll marijuana or pose with their firepower. By nightfall, they'll have 1,000 joints to deal on street corners they control. Colombian authorities say drug peddling in Medellin is worth $6 million a month. Cartel capos believe that's worth fighting for. The day before we met, Chief buried one of his own.
I couldn't bear to look in the coffin. They killed him downtown. We don't know who did it, but a girlfriend of his took him down there. So the day they brought his body back up here, we killed that crackhead bitch.
That conversation's cut short with news the drug boss who sponsors this gang has sent a delivery. Lookouts are posted in case police or rivals try to muscle in. So the gang members are telling us that the kilo of cocaine that they've been waiting for all afternoon has now arrived, so we're going to follow them to a different location and see how they cut it. They've raided Mom's kitchen for the tools they need. The job now to break down a brick of pure cocaine and cut it with caffeine and dentist's anesthetic. They sell a gram for as little as $1, depending on how heavily they cut it. Business mixes with pleasure. Their biggest pleasure, inhaling the cloud of pulverized cocaine from the liquidizer. So they've been cutting cocaine now with a fruit juicer for about the last hour, and there's dust going everywhere. Everybody's as high as a kite. They've been smoking marijuana, they've been doing lines of cocaine, they've been drinking beer, so now might be a good time to leave.
Before I go, I'm curious if Chief ever thought of getting out of the drugs, the guns and the violence.
I dream of sailing away in a sailboat, alone and far away.
But before he can live that dream, he first has to survive the nightmare of a cocaine war. Carl Penhall, CNN, Medellin, Colombia.
Colombia is the world's #1 source of cocaine. It's home to about 45 million people and the third most populous country in Latin America, behind Brazil and Mexico. But it suffered through decades of conflict between the government, guerrilla groups like FARC, and these drug cartels. President Alvaro Uribe, now in his second term, has made progress in bringing greater security to the country. But Colombia remains a dangerous place and has been accused of numerous human rights violations. Hear much more about this lethal trade and the decades-long war to stop it. Colombia's drug war on Amanpour. That's tonight at 2000 in Hong Kong, right here on CNN.